How crucial is this for both teams, honestly? So, hey, Dad, I saw your podcast title. I haven't listened to it yet.
Wait, which series are we talking about?
Both of them, LSU and Alabama. LSU for Mississippi State.
We're not still talking about Missouri.
No, we've moved on.
Good, very good. I'm with
Missouri. What did you say? These next two series will define the season for Mississippi State. And for Ole Miss, I mean, the projections have them outside of a regional host right now.
Yeah, same.
And Alabama's a team that you should win a series against at home, so how crucial is this weekend?
Yeah, so D1 Baseball's projections had Ole Miss as a 2 seed.
Yeah.
And Mississippi State is a 3 seed.
3 seed at the Dallas Baptist
Can
Regional.
you imagine being Dallas Baptist and
how
seeing
mad are
Mississippi
you,
State
man?
as your 3?
How mad? That's the 3. And
anger-inducing.
And then if you win that, you get to go to Knoxville, though.
But before we answer your question, Borky, I want to read a message I got yesterday. I never got around to it, but I thought this really made a lot of sense. Tim sent me a message on Twitter, and he said, I wish I could remind people that the D1 projections are not valuable for where they send teams, like where they place the teams. They are valuable for cut lines. Top 8 seeds, the other 8 hosts, 2 seeds, 3 seeds. I can't understand why people freak out over what's not important, but they do it every single day. And that's a good point. I do think the projections are fun. We're like, ooh, Mississippi State is a 3 at Dallas Baptist.
Right.
Ooh, Ole Miss is a 2 in
They were Notre Dame.
At Notre Dame, paired up with Miami.
Yeah.
Coral Gables. Miami, it'd be hot, but
Oh, it'll be hot.
Yeah, but it's Miami, man. It's breeze.
It's prime 112. You know you're heading there.
Oh, no, Casa Tua, baby.
Okay, well, whatever.
I mean, prime 112 would be great, too.
Yeah. Does Tua have a restaurant? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Casa, well played.
I didn't know that. He's wasting his money. He's wasting his money. But no, for State, look at these. It's 2 back-to-back home series, right? Ole Miss doesn't have that, right? And
that is correct. They
almost home away
all
all
year.
So State gets back-to-back home series. You got to win them both. And if you do that, you're fine. And if you don't, now we're talking about you got to find a road series to win. And then you have back-to-back series on the road. You're at Ole Miss and you're at Missouri. These next 2 series, State 4-2, and if they could somehow be 5-1.
LSU and then Auburn.
That's Super Bulldog weekend. So the State needs to find a way. 4-2 is the minimum. 5-1. Anything less than that, and now we're starting to talk about. They're a 3 seed in the national 16 seeds regional, right? And according to D1. Now, like you just said, I know that's not. Yeah. I know that's not an official projection or anything, but that tells you they're close to not being in my opinion. So they can't afford. The State is just in a position. Their non-conference losses have put them in a position where they don't have the wiggle room you would have that even Ole Miss has.
Are these bad matchups for State? I mean, I know they've struggled on the mound some. I mean, beyond without Sims and Simmons.
How about LSU and Auburn in the way they hit?
Because LSU and Auburn, despite LSU's defensive struggles, and they've got them. I mean, they're quite bad defensively, if we're being honest.
Doty and
but they swing it, and so does Auburn.
Doty and I think it's Thompson have more errors combined than State does as a team.
Wow.
19-16.
19. Wow.
Thompson, I think, is fielding 877.
Ooh.
Second baseman?
I believe that's correct.
Or is Doty playing second?
So I did an interview with Leah Van of The Advocate, and they've been moving him around, which is not good either.
Jacob Berry's been at third base, and he's not been
his fielding has been bad, too, yeah. But Borky's right. These are 2 teams that can mash, and State has had trouble pitching it. So State needs its bats to show. I said this last week about Arkansas. I think I'm going to say it every week for State. They're going to have to score runs. Mm-hmm. State's not going to win a lot of 3-2, 4-3 games. They're going to have to win 8-7, 9-8 kind of games because you can't trust the bullpen to hold leads for the most part.
Yeah.
So if the bats aren't going this weekend, it doesn't matter. They've got to find a way to get hitting all weekend long.
And you can do that against LSU, right?
You would think.
Mikhail Hilliard he's finally kind of been as advertised.
Yeah.
You look at Hilliard's numbers going into this weekend. Let's see what I've got him right.
ERA, I think, is 4.34. I mean, the win-loss is good, but it hasn't been, he and Money both have not been shut down pitchers by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, and Blake Money dealt with the injury. He was pretty good early. So 4.34 ERA for Hilliard, 4.70 ERA. And the bullpen's been an issue. I mean, Ventmire's been pretty good out of the pen. Fontenot's been pretty good out of the pen. But after that, it's just kind of a bunch of guys that they run out. And so LSU not great on the mound, not great defensively.
Awful in the field, but they can hit.
And they can rake.
Yeah.
Did we oversell this LSU team?
We oversold the entire SEC. State, Ole Miss, LSU, not Tennessee and Arkansas, no. Vanderbilt, Florida, they're all overrated. And then you had bad news out of Georgia today. I don't know if you saw that. Jonathan Cannon's out this week.
Oh.
Forearm soreness. I mean, we all know, right? That's never good. And so, I mean, Georgia was rolling along. They just swept Florida last weekend. They took 2 out of 3 from State.